Hello, empaths. Welcome back. It's Deborah here for your weekly intuitive message for June the 1st to June the 8th. Okay, I'm calling this week's message Boots on the Ground. The main message here is that I need you all to be really strong in the week ahead, okay? This is where the rubber meets the road. We're going to get a taste of what's to come over the next, I'm guessing, almost 6 months. Things are going to get hairy out there. Okay, so we're just starting out. Our mission is really beginning now. Our mission as the anchors. We're the boots on the ground. We are here to anchor frequency. We're also here to ground. And this helps Mother Earth from experiencing things like you would consider kind of like towards. This really helps Mother Earth stay stable so we can see fewer natural disasters, so we can hold the water especially. Okay, if you live near water, there's a reason for that. We are here to help support the grids. And just remembering that today I have asked to provide you with frequencies, energies to support you for the week ahead. So energies of strength and nourishment, stability, love, real support here. So make sure that you're hooking into that, just putting your feet flat on the ground. There's a very strong signal here for you, a very strong signal of love. Just tuning into that. That's right. That's right. Get those angel wings up. Tapping the points. Ruffling. That's what we're here to do. Human angels. I'm sensing turmoil in the collective. Monday was rough. Monday was so heavy. Did you feel it? I didn't want to do anything Monday morning. I had no energy, no desire, no motivation. There was a dark cloud or a heavy blanket all around me. There was a grief and sadness, and I could feel the fear in the collective about the uncertainty of what's coming with inflation, high costs of living. And we are the ones that have been called to hold fast. We're going to keep the ship from capsizing in our families, in our communities, in our neighborhoods. That's what we do. We are the anchors. We drop down, deep down into the earth. We stabilize our areas, our communities, and we connect through this web of life on the higher timeline. All the light workers, we are connected. We are all doing what we came here to do, all with our instructions inside us. When I say that, I mean think about places that you've been drawn to live. If you've moved around a little bit, as I have, I've moved around a lot. Every place I've lived in, I know I was there to stabilize the grids, to be a stabilizing force in the community, or to be an awakening agent in the community. Okay, you have multiple roles here, multi-dimensional function and purpose. You are very, very needed for these times. And that is why you awakened before. To get you ready for these times. You will always be clearing. You will always be clearing. I have not stopped clearing. I've been doing this a while now. more than 20 years. It's kind of part of the job. We're like vacuum cleaners here. We're cleaning up. We clean up ourselves, our our lineages, and then we also help to clean up our environments, all through our frequencies and vibrations. Right. That's right. Tune into this stability here for you. You're going to get through it. The people around you might be flying off the handle. They might be caught up in the current, and think of them like flying out of the roller coaster, you know? That's what's happening all around us. We can't afford to do that. We have to stay grounded and stable and anchored. We're keeping everything from flipping up around us and being carried off by the wind. Good. No reason to panic. You are an infinite being. You don't die. There's no reason to panic. You're basically on loan here. Soldiers of light. Human angels, boots on the ground. You're on loan here. And you've done this before. You have. If you've ever done any QHHT or any theta healing or anything like that, you might have already come into contact with other lifetimes where galactically you've been on these missions before. Especially if you're a guardian. So not to get too caught up in other people's drama. I want you to avoid social media, avoid watching the news. People often ask me, how can you stay so calm when all this is going on around you? I don't watch the news. I don't watch it. I know what's happening in the world. I know it from what people are talking about. I see headlines from here and there, or I pick up snippets because my partner watches the news. But I myself, I can't do it. It is much too destabilizing for me because I feel things so intensely. And I can see through the agenda, the propaganda, and the manipulation, and it gets me so mad. So it's not worth it for me. Okay, that's how I stay balanced. You don't need to stay on the up and up on every little thing that's happening. I call it slumming it now. If I go down, the rabbit hole, I can watch one Paul Joseph Watson video right now. Like, that's it. That's all I can handle. I just don't need it to be slumming it. That's not what we came here to do. Once you've woken up, you know what's going on. If anything's coming up for you right now, any fear, that's okay. Just let it go. Like a train going through the station, not stopping, just keep going. Just observing. This is the time for you guys to show what you're made of, to shine, and to dig in, show some grit, do the tough things, just keep going, one boot in front of the other. Be that stabilizing force, be that lighthouse, that pillar for the others. For those that are going to show up on your shore, or those who are crashing against the rocks. That is what we came here to do. You've been preparing your entire lifetime for these times. Wonderful. Hang in there. I got you. This might be a tough week for some of you where you might experience more challenge than usual. Perhaps in your friends and families around you might be going through stuff and you might be feeling the brunt of that, or you might have to be picking up pieces, or things just not going as smoothly for you as you'd have liked. There's that division energy again that I'm sensing in the collective. It was really heavy at the beginning of the week. I really noticed on Monday the energy in the collective was super heavy. There was grief. There was a lot of fear going on about inflation and the rising cost of living. And so, like, this is when we're going to really have to toe the line as the light workers and the star seeds on the ground. You know, we're the ones holding the frequency for the rest of us who aren't quite at our level yet, or who aren't as grounded or as awakened. You have to remember that we are the ones that woke up before so that we could be in this position now to be holding, anchoring the frequency for everybody else. This also really helps the planet too, so that the planet doesn't experience more distress than necessary. As we have these higher frequencies hitting the planets, we're helping to ground that in our bodies and in our neighborhoods and in our local portals, if you would call it that, so that we can keep bodies of water from overflowing. You know, it's our job to try as much as we can to just hold the frequencies ourselves, and that really helps out Mother Earth while she's going through these tumultuous changes. Right? We're the boots on the ground. So this week, tie up your boots. You have to hold on for the others and not fall apart. And remembering that we came here with everything that we need inside of us. I know it doesn't feel like that all the time, but it's just part of the human experience too, like being able to navigate all sorts of emotions, a grand spectrum of emotions, the whole gamut. But that doesn't mean that we fall apart. Sometimes it's just a matter of, it's like alchemy. You disassemble and then you reassemble at a better place afterwards. It's like, I recently had an injury, and that injury, you know, I could have stayed in victim mode and been like, why is this happening to me? And I'll never be the same, blah, blah, blah. But I've taken it as an opportunity to improve my posture, to get stronger in my back muscles, and so that I can come out of this even better than before. So it's a dismantling in order to reassemble at a higher level. Remembering that our multidimensional selves now are the ones that are really, they're the ones that are in charge. And we might not always understand the process because it's kind of beyond the level of mind. It's more at the level of being. So, you know, that old saying that you're only given that which you can handle, that's really what I want you to focus on in the coming week ahead, especially. Just hold on, that you know what to do, and just go one day at a time. This is where we have to show the ones around us what we're really made of. It's when we walk the talk. We dig our heels in, we show some grit, we be strong for those around us who aren't where we are, who can't be strong for themselves. It's mostly this feeling of uncertainty that I'm getting in the collective. Others around us are feeling very uncertain and afraid. So we need to hold on in that we know that we can cope with whatever is coming. It's going to be difficult. For sure it will be difficult, but we can and we will get through it. So just generating some really solid frequencies here of support. You're not alone. There are thousands upon thousands of us all over the world towing the line right now, holding fast, anchoring, being pillars, right? Those around us might be, blowing in the wind and becoming really ungrounded. And it's not our responsibility to rescue them or save them, but if we can model to them stability, and if we can be stable for them so that if they need to reach out or we have to throw them a life buoy or they want to hang on, we can, for short periods of time, support others, right? As long as we're grounded in ourselves. So making sure that you're nourishing yourself. Here's some nourishing energy for you. Making sure that you're nourishing yourself first, that oxygen mask theory. You can't help anybody else if you're not in a good enough state. Stability and strength here. Put your boots on. And just remembering, of course, the most basic tenet is that we are supported by Mother Earth. We are meant to biologically interface with our environment. We have the ability to conjure what we need at all times. It's just how we function down here. We call that manifestation, but it's a kind of a technology because we're interfacing with the environment. That's once you're on this higher timeline, right? So that's what you're drawing on, is knowing you'll always be supported. You're in the place that you're meant to be for whatever reason. Just trusting in yourself that you will get what you need, when you need it, where you need it. And that you're in your living situation right now for a reason. Okay, we are here to anchor, to be anchors. We're keeping the world basically from going into pole shift, if you want to be really crude about it. Okay. When you think about it, how crazy the energies are out there, if we didn't exist as anchors or as weights with that stability, can you imagine how much worse things would be out there? Okay. Just remembering again that sometimes I'm talking here because I'm providing a frequency for you to hook into or for you to latch onto or attune to, that's nourishing right now, that's stable, that's calming, to give you courage, right? And purpose, strength and purpose. We have an incredible job here. And that's why you are so protected. And I want to let you know that I really, really appreciate all of you, as I can feel you. I can feel you in the field. Okay, I appreciate all the work that you're doing to be clear, to hold your own in your communities, to keep going, to get up in the morning despite the uncertainty and the fear that you have. We all get triggered from time to time. You just keep going. I know that you can do this. Okay, everyone, that's your reading and energy forecast for the week ahead. If you're interested in having a one-to-one session with me, please do check out my website for my offerings, and we'll go from there. Okay, everyone, have a great week, and we'll talk to you on the 8th. Bye for now.